Alright folks, how's it going? So after my last video where I looked inside one of these cartridges, quite a few people commented on that video saying that these are actually like a system on a chip. So really the whole game and system is on one of these cartridges, and the console is really just a means to power this and give it video out, and obviously your switch selections and joysticks. So a couple of people have said that they could actually take one of these, modify it to be like a standalone Pong system without the need for the console. You know, they would need to obviously mod video and power and the joystick inputs, that sort of thing, but it can be done. So if you haven't seen that video of looking inside one of these, I'll put a link in the description down below. You can check that out first if you like. So in this video we're going to open the console itself and see what's inside. I'm guessing there's not going to be very much inside this because it's basically all inside the cartridges. Alright, looks like there's just 4 screws here. So we'll get those out. Okay, so have our power leads coming across from this side across to this side, and the speaker wires coming from the speaker to here. So I'll try taking the speaker off just to give me a bit of play here in these wires. Alright, so we'll have the 2 joystick connectors here, and they're just a couple of wires going up and they're just soldered straight to the board here. Like I said before, we'll have our power wires going up here, and they actually feed into the AC jack or the DC jack on the side of it there, and then they feed across to the battery compartment. So this is the cartridge slot here. Again, looks like it's all hand soldered, and there's plenty of flux left around those solder joints again. This is the outputs for the speaker here. Dodgy soldering there. That almost looks like there's been a broken trace and someone's fixed it. There's definitely a wire jumper there, so whether that has been done at the factory or it has been a repair by someone at a later date. That'll be the bottom of one of the switches, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's one of the selector switches for your game modes. Yeah, so that's definitely a wire bridge in there going across to that trace. Loads of flux around it, as you can see. Dodgy solder joint there, and that one's got far too much solder on it. They've obviously just thrown these things together as quick as possible. just to get them out the door and make a profit. So there's just 4 screws here holding the board in. So we'll get those out and then you'll be able to see all the components on the other side. So the first thing I notice is the cartridge slot sits at an angle. So obviously just because the top of the case is sloping. So yeah, it's obviously meant to sit at that. Loads of residue here running down the board. I don't know if that's flux or what it is, but there's loads of it everywhere. So yeah, there's not much on this thing. We have our LED here, all the big selector switches. Which feel terrible. Really rough and sticky, but they work fine. So on-off switch, and then this be your difficulty switches. This one's obviously still in the bottom of the case there. Yep. The top of the case, should I say. There's your 3 difficulty selectors, and then your on-off switch. The RF lead is not a great design. It comes out of the RF box here. It's actually sitting right against that switch. So it's sitting at a funny angle like that. Just pushed in, just stuffed in there. Obviously didn't think that through. So there's 2, what looks like 2 RF boxes. This one's shielded, this one isn't, so I'll pop the top off this. If I can do it with one hand. So again, I don't know what any of this does. I'm guessing this is your colour pots possibly, or tuning pots. So this board is, looks like it's attached by this connector here, and it's actually just floating. There's nothing else holding it there apart from that connector. And then it feeds out of there and into that shielded box, which doesn't have an awful lot on it. I'm guessing maybe they interchange these for different regions. This says UK channel 36. I'm guessing I just swap that box out and then tune it in or something. A couple of big capacitors there. Another tuner pot there. Again, I have no idea what any of this does. A couple of chips here. Give you the model number on them. And yet another tuner pot there. More capacitors, resistors, transistor, another one there. So yeah, really, there's not a lot inside this. Like I said, or like everyone told me, it's everything basically in the cartridges. So this just provides your interface, really. So there you are. That is about as much as I can show you. I apologise for not being able to tell you anything about what any of this does, but yeah, everything's built into the cart, and this thing just gives it power, its video out, and your interface with it, your commands with the difficulties and that sort of thing. Alright, hope you enjoyed watching, guys. As always, please leave a comment. I'd really like to hear from you guys. If you have any info that you can give me on this thing, any additional info, please feel free to leave a comment. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.